The visit of the relic of Don Bosco to the province of Chennai has indeed been an unforgettable event. It remains a glorious moment in the annals of Salesian India and in the history of the province of Chennai. One had the feeling that Don Bosco had truly visited us to bless and revitalize the entire Salesian family and their collaborators in the province and in Tamil Nadu. The 22 days of the relic in our midst, 28th October to 18th November, were days of intense graces and blessings for all who came in touch with the casket of Don Bosco. Right from day one, every minute of the presence of the relic elicited spectacular responses from the people. The kind of welcome the relic received was unprecedented. The great and the mighty, the last and the least, the strong and the weak, the young and the old, all turned up in huge numbers to welcome the saint. The joyful processions and the mammoth crowds that choked many a road are bound to linger in our memories for a long time to come. The scenes of the casket moving from place to place, accompanied by musical bands and dancing troupes, along roads flanked by colorfully attired children, waving flags, balloons and banners, all hailing Don Bosco, were reminiscent of the great royal parades of old. Such displays of reverence and enthusiasm are rarely seen anywhere. Don Bosco was treated with the highest honor and respect, just like a guest of honor. In every place, a number of VIPs, including ministers from the government, top-level officials, political leaders and other dignitaries, paid homage to the relic. Every institution, every parish had organized a slew of programs, both spiritual and cultural, in the presence of the bishops, with large numbers of priests concelebrating, as well as the well-prepared prayer services and moments of Eucharistic adoration, the full-night vigils and veneration. All these help to highlight the spiritual significance of the event. The hand of the saint pointing to the centrality of God in our lives and the need for personal renewal. The cultural programs, on the other hand, celebrated the life and works of Don Bosco through songs and dances, skits and tableaux, and the like. They helped to give a deeper understanding of the figure of Don Bosco and his mission to the young. Witnessing to the great religious diversity of this country, one could see people of all faiths coming out in great numbers to pay their homage to the relic of Don Bosco. In every place, the numbers were more than what the organizers had expected. The highest recorded was around 450,000 at a Marian sanctuary near Chennai. There were people thronging from early morning till late night to have a glimpse of the sacred presence of the urn containing the relic and to pray to Don Bosco. It was also a moment to make Don Bosco known, his system, his approach, his spirituality known among the people, and a golden opportunity to bring visibility to the Salesian mission. Each place had something special to communicate about Don Bosco. A number of dances, artistic displays, singing, music, theatre and folk expressions, all on the theme of Don Bosco, made these moments a real returning to Don Bosco. It was Don Bosco mania everywhere. Every street, every road, every crossroad had something to display on the figure of Don Bosco. It was indeed a colourful and powerful way of telling the world of what Don Bosco is doing for the young and the poor. In those 22 days, Don Bosco really became a phenomenon, a name to be remembered and cherished forever in the hearts and minds of the people of Tamil Nadu. His visit has truly brought a great rejuvenation and renewal in the hearts and minds of the people, especially the youth and members of the Salesian family. The visit of the relic was a means of bringing entire church in Tamil Nadu together to honor Don Bosco, the father and teacher of the young, and to get the people closer to Christ. The media really went to town with Don Bosco and his visit. News and images of the casket were carried in all newspapers, journals, magazines, local radio and television networks, and private cable networks. A number of programs and shows centering around the visit of the relic, the Salesian mission, and on Don Bosco were featured in the electronic media during those days, highlighting the importance of the visit and the impact it had on the lives of the people. The Don Bosco relic visit was the talk of the town for days. From the ordinary man in the street, to the professionals in the coffee shop, to the highest politician, everyone came to know about Don Bosco and his works. The memorable visit has triggered off a great thirst and boundless enthusiasm in the hearts of the young to know more about Don Bosco and his spirit. Long live Don Bosco!